your daily dose of psychology. The Jungian, daily. So, I'm standing in this underground mushroom farm at 3 in the morning, watching Dmitri argue with himself, not metaphorically, literally. This 29-year-old guy from Belarus who grows gourmet fungi in converted subway tunnels beneath Detroit. And he's having what sounds like a four-way conversation in the humid darkness. "We should expand to restaurants downtown," he says in his normal voice. Then, without missing a beat, his tone shifts completely, more polished, businesslike. "Dmitri, you need to present professionally. Get proper permits first." Then another voice, rougher. "Screw the permits. Those restaurant owners are just gonna rip us off anyway." And finally, softer, almost dreamy. "But imagine the beauty. Our mushrooms in elegant dishes, nourishing people's souls. I'm there because my neighbor's dating him, and she's worried he's losing it. But watching him tend these oyster mushrooms, the way his hands move so gently through the growing medium, how he adjusts the misting system with perfect precision. This isn't madness. This is something else entirely." Dmitri catches me staring. "I know how it looks," he says, wiping his hands on his jeans. "But here's the thing. I spent 30 years trying to be one person. Just one. The responsible immigrant son, working construction, sending money home, and I was dying inside." He shows me deeper into the tunnel system where different varieties grow in carefully controlled microclimates. The air smells rich and earthy, alive. These shiitakes need different conditions than the oysters. Different nutrients, different moisture, different light. You can't grow them all the same way and expect them to thrive. That's when it hits me. Those four voices aren't signs of breakdown. They're signs of integration. The professional voice isn't fake. It's a real part of him that knows how to navigate the business world. The suspicious voice isn't paranoid. It's protecting him from past exploitation. The dreamer isn't naive. It's the part that saw potential in abandoned tunnels when everyone else saw decay. My grandmother back in Minsk, she used to say people are like mushroom colonies, Dmitri continues, adjusting a temperature gauge. From above, you see individual caps. Think they're separate. But underground, it's all connected. One organism, many expressions. We sit on old milk crates, sharing coffee from his thermos. The silence isn't awkward. It's full, like the humid air around us. "For years, I thought being whole meant being simple," he says. "One personality, one dream, one way of being. But that's not wholeness, that's amputation." He tells me about his old life. 12-hour days pouring concrete, coming home exhausted, watching TV until sleep, safe, predictable, slowly suffocating. I was wearing this mask of the good worker, the uncomplicated guy. But underneath, all these other parts of me were screaming to exist. The business part that wanted to create something lasting. The protective part that had learned to spot exploitation. The artistic part that saw beauty in decay and transformation. The nurturing part that wanted to feed people, literally and metaphorically. So, now I let them all have a voice, he says, grinning. Sometimes they disagree, sometimes they argue, but they're all me, and they're all necessary. Walking back through the tunnels, I think about my own internal voices, the critic, the dreamer, the responsible adult, the part that just wants to play. How often do I try to silence the inconvenient ones, pretend they don't exist? Dmitri's mushroom operation isn't just about growing food. It's about creating space for all the different aspects of himself to coexist and contribute. The professional handles permits and contracts. The protector negotiates fair prices. The artist experiments with new growing techniques. The nurturer ensures every mushroom gets what it needs to flourish. People think integration means becoming one thing, he says as we reach the exit. But maybe it means becoming large enough to contain multitudes. Like Walt Whitman said, I am vast, I contain multitudes. Above ground, Detroit's sunrise is painting the sky soft pink. Dmitri looks different in daylight, not fragmented, but faceted, like a gem with multiple surfaces, each catching light differently, but all part of the same precious stone. Maybe the goal isn't to silence our inner voices, but to learn to conduct them, to let them contribute their unique wisdom to the symphony of who we're becoming.